Neville Goddard, The Power of Unlimited Imagination. We are bouncing into the creative use of imagination for chapter 4, which is not in The Power of Unlimited Imagination. It is a chapter titled, Are You Making Wine? The Bible's purpose is to lift the individual up to a higher level of being. That sounds very reasonable. This begins in the state of Moses and the discovery of I am. Then, in the book of Isaiah, we are told to turn back your foot from the Sabbath and take delight in the Lord. Let us examine this thought to find its deeper meaning. Now, in order to keep the Sabbath, you must cease from having any mental doubt, as the mental foot you stand upon is your belief. When your mental foot touches the earth, its action is automatic and mechanical. Using your powerful consciousness, begin now to break the mechanical hold it has on your life by turning your thoughts to your fulfilled desire and observe the Sabbath. Observe the Sabbath. He is saying observe the Sabbath. And we know what that means. That means it is done. That means having that conviction, it is done. Here we are. All that is, I am God right here. Here's our self-concepts, where you are, where you want to be. There's multiple self-concepts you've lived in before. Some you might visit again or revisit or make new ones. I am all that is God. You are of Him. My Father and I are one. My Father is greater than I. Using your powerful consciousness, begin now to break the mechanical hold it has on your life by turning your thoughts to your fulfilled desire, which is right there. Turning your thoughts there and observe the Sabbath. To observe the Sabbath means, as we talked about before, you know it's done. Turning your thoughts means to your fulfilled desire means you've made the impression into your subconscious, your subjective self, subjective conscious. You've made the impression. So now it's Sabbath time. So now you observe the fulfilled desire. The twins spoken of in Scripture symbolize your duality. Abel, the inner you, and Cain, the outer you. A reversal of order must now occur, for in the New Testament, your true identity is revealed as Christ, the inner you in parentheses, your hope of glory. A reversal of order must now occur, for in the New Testament, your true identity is revealed as Christ, your hope of glory. As you walk the earth, see people as they want to be seen, and you are pouring oil on their wounds. But if you do not, well, let me repeat that sentence. I want to clean it up. As you walk the earth, see people as they want to be seen, and you are pouring oil on their wounds. You know, that's imagine lovingly. That is imagining lovingly for others. When you imagine lovingly, when I imagine lovingly, I'm here and my friend here wants to be married and be in love and have a family, and he or she is not. I imagine him as married, in love, having that family, so I sacrifice myself by making the subconscious impression, subjective impression on my current self, which I sacrifice. I become this self. He becomes this self. So we both sacrifice. We make a sacrifice. We kill the old man and we become the new man. I become a new man for taking on that subconscious impression, and he becomes a new man for becoming what it is he wants to be in the first place, which is great. With his desire, then I know what his desire is. Then I can easily imagine lovingly and add fuel to that. The golden rule. As you walk on earth, see people as they want to be seen, and you are pouring oil on their wounds. I told you before in an earlier video, and I'll make separate videos on these points, but imagining lovingly for if you're getting off the freeway, for instance, and you see somebody holding a sign, or you're on an intersection, you see someone holding a sign for money or food or whatever it is, go through that process of imagining lovingly. I don't want to break it down in too much detail, but basically you imagine seeing them with a new opportunity in life and doing great and having a new place to live, and they're sharing the news with you, and you're hearing them, you're seeing a smile on their face, you're hugging them and shaking their hand, and they're very happy about the whole situation. And then you keep on driving, and what you did was you just poured oil on that wound. But if you do not You are as the scribes and the Pharisees described in the 23rd chapter of Matthew, doing their deeds to be seen by men. They preach, but they do not practice. In the 3rd chapter of the book of John, the story is told of Nicodemus, an intellectual man who believed that if he kept the law of Moses, he could enter the kingdom of heaven. Yet he was told, you must be born again, born of water and spirit. Here we see the difference between the intellect and the wisdom. Keeping the law of Moses is not enough. You must experience a change in the level of your being, thereby giving you wisdom in order for you to know rebirth. All we're talking about in rebirth is going from here, your old self-concept, to your new present self-concept. Be mindful of the tenses I just used. You're going from your old self-concept to your new present, your now self-concept. Your inner talking is the breeding ground of your future. Be it lovely or unlovely. Inner talking. Put a recorder on. See if you can record it. You would be surprised, as Neville's wife was, when she was upset with the producer that was chastising her basically and telling her about her works and maybe what could have improved. I didn't remember the detail there, but when Neville reminded her of her imagining lovingly with greater conversations with him in mind and him applauding her on her productions and creations, when she started to mentally carry that conversation while on her way to work, it changed the entire landscape of what she experienced with him. So your mental conversation, your inner talking, is the breeding ground of your future, be it lovely or unlovely. Neville's wife used that to great advantage. We all do too. We just want to be conscious and start doing the lovely. That's the point. This is told us so vividly in the book of Deuteronomy. I set before you this day blessings and cursings. Every time you tell someone off, even though it's done in your mind, you curse him. And every time you do unto others what you would like done unto you, they are blessed in the doing. Water is the symbol of psychological truth. To know the truth is not enough. It must be acted upon, at which time the psychological water turns into wine. Start now to observe all your unpleasant negative thoughts and change them. For until you separate yourself from the state from which these thoughts flow, they will continue to cause you to have the same experiences in life. So there's that loop. Until you change yourself from that state, separate yourself from that state. Now that's a self-concept. If you're in this self-concept and you're telling off others and you're stuck doing it over and over, and no doubt they're saying the same exact thing about you, because what goes around comes around, you know the fingers. So you send it and you get it back thrice. So you must change, or you're going to be in that loop where all you're seeing is the world and what it's delivering back. You're sending out this negative, conscious, subconscious facts. You send it into the holy fax machine. Basically, it's a subconscious impression that goes into all consciousness. It's picked up by that individual. The negative facts coming in, and they have a negative facts to send back. This is in their subconscious and in your subconscious. It's also what's in the world is mostly that nonsense. It's just a loop of that nonsense continuously over and over until you change it. Water is the symbol of psychological truth. Wine is the symbol of the wisdom of that truth. So you turn water into wine by taking it from a knowing how this law works to a practicing how this law works. Practicing it, taking the path of righteousness, is becoming the wine, becoming the spiritual truth, expressing the wisdom. This is what we're trying to attain. What a wonderful, very short but wonderful one-page chapter. I love this one here. As you walk the earth, see people as they want to be seen. And you are pouring oil on their wounds. If you see the homeless person, see them as they want to be seen. They want to be seen well like you are well. So you give them that blessing by imagining what they're telling you about their new opportunity and how they got a new job doing the thing that they love to do and only they can do, and it's so great. And they're making so much money, and someone's cooking their food and they have a car now. They have a new place to stay, and it's their own place. What does that cost you? I mean, really, what does that cost you? Oh, I got to put my phone down. Oh, I got to turn off the radio. Oh, I got to take out my headphones. As you walk the earth, see people as they want to be seen. Lovely. All right, that was chapter 4. We'll see you in the next chapter.